Hello everyone, xHedra here bringing you episode 49 of Forever Stranded, a mod pack by Gaming with Sheridan. So in the last episode, we made it all about Woot. And as usual, I can't do things small, so I ended up crafting 4 Woot Farm. A level 4, a tier 4, a tier 3, a tier 2, and a tier 1. We've only just connected and started using the tier 4, and already we have 8 Nether Star. So this is going really well. For these, they're not programmed yet, that's why they're not transformed. But today, we're going to need to improve these farm. And so we're going to get into all of the upgrades that you can do on a Woot farm. Let me show you. So there are a couple of type of upgrade. First, there are the rate upgrade, which makes mobs spawn faster. Then there's the looting upgrade, 1 to 3, which lets you get more loot, obviously. Then there's the XP upgrade, which gives you more XP per kill. And then there's the mass upgrade. The mass upgrade is kind of funny. It means that every time there's a spawn, the first level spawns 4 mobs at a time. The level 2 spawns 6 mobs at a time. The level 3 spawns 8 mobs at a time, which means obviously more loot. Then there's the decapitate upgrade, which increases the chance of getting heads. And finally, the efficiency upgrade for the less power. Honestly, these blood magic upgrade, the last one, we don't have blood magic in this pack, so we don't need them. But for the other ones, the efficiency is not really that useful. We will, of course, want the mass upgrades, the looting upgrades, and maybe the rate upgrade. The problem with these upgrades, let me pick one up. Let's look at the rate first, okay? So if I take rate 3, I need endstone, which is easy, and I need a tier 3 upgrade, which we already crafted and was easy. The problem is that we need spellbook, and if you look at this, we need a power 1, 2 power 3, and a power 2. And these can all be done with the Ender IO Enchanter, but the level 3 costs, I think, around 20 something level, and I only have 19 level right now. We'll go into the base and we'll look at how much solidified XP and bottle of enchantments we have. So solidify XP right here is 8 stacks, so that's not so bad. It shouldn't be that much of a problem. And we have another 13 stack here, and these bottle of enchanting we have 8 stack. Okay, so enchanting won't be much of a problem, but there's a second solution. And unless you've had things running for a while now and you have all that power, you guys are really more interested in the second way of doing things. Let me put away this Woot Mob Factory layout and let me get rid of all of these. I'll put all of these things in the ME system. I just want to start a couple of things quickly and then we'll get going with the program. So we're going to want more power and connect all of the Woot farm. So I want to create more alloy, so let's get some gold and redstone and glowstone. So gold, redstone, glowstone, because we're going to make some energetic alloy for the better power conduit. And glowstone, perfect, like this. So I'm going to put this in here. Then we're going to want some quartz and 169 quartz, because with the fuse quartz, because like I said, we need more power. With the fuse quartz, we can make these pressurized fluid conduit like this. I'm just going to craft a couple, and I'm going to replace a couple right now to show you why these are important. So let me grab my Yeta wrench, since obviously this is the tool that we need for the big reactor. So if I come here, and I take this out right here and replace it with the pressurized conduit, we're going to upgrade the quantity of liquid that can go into our big reactor. So let's check this really quickly. And still 240 because we're not pulling out more. But if you remember, we were stuck at 250 because 250 is the max we could fit. So let me craft a little bit more conduit. And the reason I didn't craft too many is that I want to take advantage of the less fused quartz. Because once you have these fluid conduit, you put them in the center and you save 1 fused quartz per. And you see already I'm out of fused quartz, so saving the fused quartz is a good idea. So technically, by putting another pressurized like this, we're going to, by putting the pressurized on the other, we're going to be able to extract more from this. Let me just turn this one right on, always active, and then let's go take a look. Oh, I don't have flight right now, so I have to go the long way around. I've been thinking of making an angel ring, but this jetpack is so amazing that I don't feel the need per se. So now if we go to 250, we're still stable. If we go to 260, we're still stable. So now we should be stable up to 300, because we upgraded a 50 to 300, a 50 to 100. So we should be able to get to reach the second level. So let's just bring it back down, because I don't want to run out of steam. So we'll bring it down to 250 for now. And what we're going to do is, with the 5, we'll see 1, 2, 3. We'll replace this water pipe right here, like so. And we'll extract from this. And is there another one that's cheap? Yeah, the one on top. Oh no, the one on top is not cheap either. So it's more than 2. So let's go back there and we'll continue with this later. In the meantime, we're going to craft the Ender IO Enchanter. So Enchanter, right here. The Enchanter is made out of block of diamond, like so. So 2 block of diamond, and a bookshelf, and oh, dark steel. Do I even have enough dark steel? No. So I completely forgot that this was made with dark steel. And dark steel is made with obsidian. So let's get some obsidian. We also need some coal. Oh, we need some pulverized coal. So let's grab some coal to pulverize it. And let's grab the pulverized coal that we have and some iron. Iron right here. And let's start making some dark steel, because that's kind of more important than what we're doing here. So I'm going to put this all away and fill this as much as we can. And in the meantime, we'll put the coal there. So what I want to do, there's 2 ways. One, there's enchanting, but the other way is disenchanting. We started making all of the Actually Addition thing, and I didn't concentrate on Actually Addition because it's not part of any quest per se. But there is something called the Lens of Disenchanting right here. And this Lens of Disenchanting lets you put down something with an enchantment in a book, and it transfers the enchantment on the book. So let's craft an enchantment table. Let's craft a lens, which is easy. And now what we need is those empowered diamantine crystal. If you remember, we've made diamantine crystal before. And to make diamantine crystal, well, you need a block of diamond. I'm going to grab 2. And we need some clay. I'm going to grab 4 clay. 1, 2, 3, 4. The reason I say we know what it is, and we've done it before, is that that's what we crafted for the mob changer. We're going to need 2 blocks of clay, and we're going to need, what's the last thing that we need? Light cyan blue dye, like this. Perfect. I'm also going to do one more thing, which is a tip and trick from Sowish. We're going to create, oh, we need some more chest first. We're going to be crafting 5 hopper. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I only have 4, so it's fine like that. And the reason we're going to be crafting some hopper is that I didn't know how to put things in this, but supposedly a hopper works just fine. So we'll put a hopper on each one, and then we'll fill this one with the 2 clay, and we'll fill this one with 2 small clay, and that one with 2 small clay, and this one with the 2 light blue dyes. And now they're all filled. And then we're going to go on the Atomic Reconstructor and put the 2 blocks of diamond. 1, 2. And they're changed into diamantine crystal block. And now we can just put it like this and transform them. And once this one's transformed, I'll just have to grab that one, and automatically all of the display stand around are going to automatically refill from the hopper. So the only thing I'm missing is extracting from this. But extracting from this is really easy, Basically, you put a hopper under. The way my power is configured is that I would have to route it around, but that's how you would finish this whole automation. You put a hopper under, and it would extract this. So if you needed to empower things like for many things, that's how you would just automate it. You would go around and you would put hoppers under and hoppers above, and then you would fill each with what you need, and you'd just get it that way. So that's the tip from Sowish. We're just going to wait 1 second for the next one, and here we go. And then we're going to go finish creating the Lens of Disenchanting. So I'll put this in here, and I'll break one down into empowered diamantine crystal, like this. And now I can finish my lens. So Lens of Disenchanting, like this. Et voila. So now let's look at what we have that's enchanted. I just have to go slow because I want to find, do I have any efficiency? No. Do I have any looting? So it seems that searching for enchanted thing doesn't work because see, I have this here. This is a power 2 and XP boost 1. So let's grab that one, and this one is a power 1, and this one is an unbreaking 2 power 2. And what else? Oh, I went down too far, sorry. Let me go back up. Multi-shot I don't really need. XP boost, no. Power 1, durability, unbreaking. So these are not the enchantment that we want. So let me just check a bit lower if I have any armor with some enchantments. Yeah, this one right here, protection, unbreaking protection, projectile protection, fire protection. Nope, so none of these have what we want. This one has, no, again, not the one that we want. I'm looking for efficiency, looting, or more power, not the protections. And I'm guessing that most of the armors are only going to have protection. So this might not be 100% as useful as we would want it to be, but it's worth changing the downstairs setup to no longer eliminate things with enchantment. So let's go downstairs. And where was the 2 setup? So this one here. And we'll add back the ignore, we'll say match metadata so that enchanted things don't get extracted. And on this one, on this one, the extraction, again, match metadata. So technically, everything with enchantment should start gathering in that again. And this is still extracting fine. Now let me go show you the Lens of Disenchanting, how it works. So the Lens of Disenchanting, you put in the front of your Atomic Reconstructor, like this. And it's 250,000 per. We're going to remove the pressure plate because we need to put 2 items before launching the beam. I completely forgot that we needed some book, so let's grab 5 book. Whoa. And let's look at the dark steel. There's 16 already created. Let's just put this in here and continue making more dark steel. Oh, did I grab the dark steel? No, I didn't grab the dark steel. Sorry. So dark steel, I can make a block. So 1 block and 2 block. I wonder now if it's enough to craft the enchanter. Yeah. Oh, no, it's 3 block. Okay. So we're still going to need a couple. Let's grab some book now. And I'll just grab a couple like this. And we'll take this 1 bow. And it doesn't matter if the bow is broken or not. So here's what we do. We throw the bow in front. And a book in front. And I'm going to put the plate right next to it right here. And I'm going to go, step on that plate. And look at the book and the bow. That's not what I was hoping for. Here you go. So now one enchantment got transferred. So we got the Unbreaking 2. Now we're going to put a book and again the bow and fire it off again. Oh, it doesn't have 250,000. So we have to wait for it to get 250,000 power. It's a lot of power, but considering how many level everything needs, it's really not that bad. This one has the XP boost, this one has power, so I don't know what's on that book. Let's just check, not on the book, sorry, on the bow. Power 2, so that's not even the one that we would want. If we would want one, we would want one with the XP boost. So since we're going to need some XP, and that's probably one of the easiest to make, let's go with at Woot, and let's craft one for the more experience. So the more experience, this one requires 4 blocks. Oh, I don't have raw fish. What's the experience level 2? Or what's the looting? The looting is basically a looting 1 and a looting 2. No, that's looting 2, and we don't have any looting upgrade. So looting level 1 should be easier to make, and we need a tier 1 upgrade. So let's go back there and craft that right now. We'll just craft one for now. And by now, exactly, we should have enough for the enchanter, so we'll be good. So let's craft the enchanter quickly, like this. And enchanter. Basically now it's kind of going to become a waiting game for some things. So whenever we're waiting... Oh, I used my 2 blocks of diamond to transform them into diamantine. I was wondering why I had 2 blocks of diamond. So let's put that down anywhere. It doesn't need to be connected to anything, so I'll just put it down right here. And the way this works is you need a book and quill. So book and quill. Like this. Let's craft one. And then you need to find the proper recipe of what you want to make. What I want to make right now is the... am I going to craft the XP boost? Let's look again at Woot, what we would do. I would like to do some looting. Ideally, I would like a loot 3. So let's do a loot 3. So for the loot 3, we're going to craft 2 loot 3, which are 2 Endermen each and 9 lapis. So Enderman head, 41, so we're all good there. And some lapis. Let's grab a lot of lapis. Let's grab half a stack, and let's get some solidified experience. Solidified experience, and that will grab a couple of stack. And we need 27 level. Or is it 27 level? Sorry. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if I remember correctly. And the book and quill. That would give us a looting 2. So no, not that one. We're just going to go up until the enchantment cost goes up. Enchant looting 1. Oh, not looting 1. Looting 1, looting 2, looting 3. So looting 3 is not like this. It's 3 ed. So let's put a third Enderman ed, and it's an enchantment cost of 27 level. So let's just grab as much solidified experience as we need for the level 27. 24, 25, 26, and don't go above 27 because the higher you go, the more experience it costs. So a looting 3 book, and on this one we do have a... Oh no, we don't have any looting, so we're just gonna craft all of the looting that we need. So book and quill again. I'm going to need 3 book and quill. 1, 2, 3. We're going to need another looting. We're going to need 1 looting 1, which is 13 level. So that should be fairly easy to get. 11, 12, 13. Perfect. So that's a looting 1. Now we need a looting 2, which we know is 2 Enderman head and 20 level. So I'm just going to hold my finger on this, and it's going to switch to the next stack. And I need 20 level, is it? I just want to verify. Yeah, 20 level. Like I said, I don't want to go above because I don't want to waste any experience. Perfect. So a looting 2. And now all we need is the looting 3. 1, 2, 3. And that's 27 level. So that's going to be holding the finger down for a while. So the only problem I see with the solidified experience is that I haven't figured out a way of putting it into an experience obelisk. because that would be awesome. It would be so much easier to just be able to say, give me 27 level and click on it. But since I don't know how to transform solidified experience, if any one of you knows, I would love to know that. 25, 26, and we're close to 27. Perfect. So 27 and a looting 3. So now we have the 3 looting book that we want. So let's show all of that in there and that one also. And now let's look at the looting enchantment level 3. We need 4 handstone, which we have, and now we need this with diamond shards, so that's easy to make. We already had too many diamond shards, and let's craft the looting tree upgrade. So now that we have the looting tree upgrade, let's go upstairs and add it to the Woot factory. And the way this works is that you put it each side of this. And I think that the max level has 3 by 2. So I put it down here and it's connected. And now it has looting. I'm not quite sure what looting will give us on the withers. I don't think that it would ever give us more than 1 Nether Star at a time. So we're at 47 Nether Star. I just want to try and see if we go up to 48 on the next iteration. Still waiting for this to give us another spawn. That's 320 ticks. So let's just wait a little bit more. 48. So I don't think that this will work with this. But what we want to do is we want some cow, where unfortunately all my cow got killed in our last disaster. We still have the pen, but I'm not going to put the cows in this pen because obviously it broke for a reason. It broke because of the trees. If I remember correctly, what happened is that the tree would spawn and they would spawn some branch, and the branch just got into the pen, so the cow were able to get out, and either the cow died from going into a tree or from the cactus around them. So I'm going to grab these oak fence and I'm going to go place them at the last end, the part that actually burned. So I don't have a very good track record with keeping pets in Minecraft. It's a good thing that I don't treat my alive dog the same way we treat the pets in Minecraft, or else I would be a pretty bad person. So here should be safe. So let's just finish closing that one up, and let's get some cows, which is why I started working on leather, sorry. So I'm going to get, I need only 8, but let's grab all 10. Detect submit. Oh, I also need 20 eggs. Did I get my spawn cow? Yeah, I got my spawn cow already. So I don't know about the egg part, but it seems that the egg part was already okay. Let me get rid of this and let's go spawn that cow. And the reason we want to spawn that cow is really because we want to whack it. So now let's go get a mob prism downstairs. So mob prism, we've already made one. It's a bit involved for the dye, but it's not that hard to make. So mob prism. The mob prism are made from all of these type of die, some under iron, and a mob prism frame. So we're going to need an Eye of Ender like this, and then a mob prism frame. And do I have each die? No, I don't have orange. So let's craft a set of 2 orange, and let's make the mob prism. And now that we have the mob prism, we just have to whack it once. So fortunately, it's not going to kill the cow. We just whack it once like this. And now I'm going to use the mob prism on this farm like this, and now this is a cow farm. Ooh, so this is actually not crafted properly. So I have actually a block missing somewhere, or a wrong block somewhere. Ah, yeah, I'm missing an orange block right here. So that should be easy to fix, and that would explain why I had some left. Oh, I'm out of range. I can't wait to get an infinity booster card from the wither farm. So orange block, I'll just grab a couple. Well, I only needed 1, so let's go right here and put 1 down on this, and this should be okay. It actually tells us what's wrong. So for tier 3, we need a mob factory block orange at 214 minus 1207. So 214, 219. So on this side, 214 is right here. Where does it say 1207? So 214, 1206, 1207. Ah! I also need to make the pyramid go up here. Is it only 2 or is it 3 high? I'll know in a moment. Now it's talking about level 70. So I'm going to say that it's 3 high right here. And I can't believe that I completely... Oh my god, I also forgot this corner here. I was a bit rushed and I really didn't do my craft properly. So let me grab these and go and add one on top of here. Like this. And this is form. And I'll need one... Oh, sorry. 1 and 2 here. I'm just going to whack it once. Oh. Wow. That's what happens when you craft an episode when you're tired. Block. Let's grab these red and these green and this gray. Let's grab everything just in case we found more that doesn't work. So one here and one here. What is it going to tell me now? Unprogrammed. So it's probably the good structure, just not programmed. So now this is now making cows. I'm just going to need one chest to be able to get the resource in. So let's put a chest down here. Is this working? It's accruing power, so technically it should be working right now. And yeah, already I got a leather and 3 raw beef. So let me just go on the other side and check this quickly. I'm going to leave the looting 3 on it until I get an booster card for my wireless crafting. The moment I get a booster card, I'm going to take the looting 3 upgrade and I'm going to take it on this side. And I could put the cow in the first level down here, but the reason I'm putting the cow in this one is that I'm going to be able to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 upgrade if I remember correctly. So this is going to work really fast and well. Let me get rid of these block and let's get back to our big reactor for now. So we have our enchanter from Ender IO, we have our Lens of Disenchanting, and let's go just check what kind of enchantment we start getting. None. So is it ignore match NDBT or dictionary disabled? So I don't know which one of the two it is, so I'm going to turn both off, and technically I should start getting some enchanted items back in here, and I'll check once in a while. Let me grab the cactus and go back upstairs. And this is good. We have more dark steel, and let's put everything back in here. So now I want to fix my big reactor, my steam turbine, sorry. So I want some pressurized conduit like this. Oh, that's what I was missing. So now I need to cook some fused quartz again. So I need some quartz. No, not this kind of quartz, this kind of quartz, and I'm just going to start cooking some. And this is in alloy mode, that's why it didn't start. So you really have to be careful between furnace and alloy mode. And usually I would have 2 of those, one for the alloy mode and one for the furnace mode. And give me some more. And that should let me craft a couple of pressurized fluid conduit. So 1, 1, and that's 3 bunch. Oh, not 3 bunch because I was out of this. By now I should have some more. I'll just wait for 6 more, like this. And that should let us replace a lot. But in the meantime, I'll just start some more cooking, like this. Perfect. So let's go and replace it, because ideally, I'd like to be able to get my steam turbine to max production so I can show you how amazing it is. So 1, 2, 1, 2. We'll set it on extract here. And then let's go up here with the Yeta wrench. Oh, not like this. I want to take it off like this. And 1, 2, 3. Extract. Perfect. Let's take this one out in the back. Oh, not like this. It's shift right click. Wow, this one was really going far. So I think I have a way of being a bit more efficient. I'll just connect this one to this right here. Like this and extract. And I'll have this one go above. like this, and I'll set it to, oh, what? Oh, it's not a pressurized. I'm out of pressurized again. No, okay, phew. I have one more. I was like, how am I always... Oh, if you right click with a conduit of a type, you replace that conduit. I didn't know that. That's a really cool trick. So I didn't even need to do all of this. It would have been so much easier. Okay, so these are all replaced, and now we can get a lot more water. But we need to be able to extract more. So extract more steam is what I meant to say. So let's grab some more fuse quartz. Let's throw all of these in there, and this also. And let's do this and pressurize. Pressurized like this. And I just need a couple more. I hope 8 will be enough. And now we're going to try the trick. So right click. Oh, this is so great. And extract. Perfect. And now that it's full of steam, replace and replace. I love this. I'm so glad that I found that feature. I think it's amazing. Click and click, replace. And I've been playing a long while with Ender IO, and I never knew that this trick existed, that you could just right click with, oh, and then I do that. It's going to take me a while to get used to it, but it's really great. And we only need 2 more. So now technically we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 going through. So if I go on this side, now technically I can go up to 300 no problem, 400 no problem, 500 no problem. So now we were doing 1.32 kilo RF per tick, and look at this go up. It's not going to go up super fast because it still has to rotate to the right point. But let's wait a little bit, and we should get to a couple thousand more RF. Which means these at 640 RF are not going to extract enough. That's why we started crafting some more, what's it called? Some more energized, so we could get those conduit. Because to connect all of the wood farm, we're really going to need a lot more power. So while we're waiting for this to get to a higher speed, let's continue putting down the pipe to the other wood farm. So I'm just going to go across here. And we know we have one on the other side of this, so let me break this. Whoop, I'm flying. Let me just break this. And it's the weekend. So I'm going to be able to catch up on some episodes. So one right here. It's connected. Perfect. And let's continue going across. And now, oh, and now I'm out. So we just need to connect up to this hole. Let's make some more binding conduit. So binder like this. It's crazy the quantity of this that you need. You always think that you've made enough, but at 6 per you really never have enough. So let me just go in here like this. Perfect. And the next batch in bunch of 8 like this. And I really don't understand. If you remember, I watched back some old episode and I was able to scroll down. My seared furnace was much bigger than it currently is. Oh, a bat. Golden lasso. Give me a golden lasso right now. Ah, oh, you can't make the golden lasso in this. Don't go away, don't go away. The reason I want the bat is I might make the angel ring at some point. So having a bat in a golden lasso is a good thing. And string 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and then wood, because I need a standard crafting table. I'm just going to grab it in case we get to a point where I want to make the ring. Let's put it down right here and lasso like this and craft it. Oh, I don't have the 8 experience. No, come on. Experience. Let's grab some solidified experience again. And let's get 8 level. I hope it's still going to be there by the time I get my 8 level. And now I'm on experience. Lasso. Golden lasso. Talk about doing a small detour. And where's the bat? Right here. Yes, perfect. So now if I ever decide to make one, I do have a golden bat. And because we wasted some time on this, probably now my binders are ready. Yeah, let's grab the binders. I'll have 4 stack now. And as you know, it still won't be enough because it's never enough. I need only 2 more pressurized conduit, so let's get 2 more pressurized conduit, like so, with this recipe, and 2 more. And let's go, oh, since we're there, let's also make the energy conduit, the 2nd level, these one. And do I still have some red? Yeah, let's save some energetic alloy. And this should be enough also for this. So where is it? My Woot Mob Farm is right here. And like I told you in the last episode, I placed these down enough apart so that I could make them all tier 4 later on if I need to. Perfect. So now these are all connected. Let's switch the conduit on the last ones. Like this. Let's get rid of the... Not like that. Wow, let's go around and take this one out and replace this one, and let's take them out of my end and let's do extract. Perfect. So now we should be good to get this faster. Oh, I'm in the red. Oh my god, this is not good. So if you're in the red too long, you can actually blow your turbine. So it's a good thing I came back immediately, and because we're in the red, we're less efficient. And because we're less efficient, we're actually making less kilo RF per tick that we're supposed to. We're going down, but not fast enough. So let me lower this by 100. And now we're dropping much faster. We want to be in the around 1800 RPM. So because of how dangerous and sensitive this is, I'm actually going to stay here and reset the power correctly. But I'm hoping to get around 3 kilo RF per tick, which means all of the wood farm should work perfectly. And actually, this is going to be the end of my big reactor and steam turbine adventure, because I've crafted the big reactor there, and then the quest gave me the steam turbine, and I've crafted the steam turbine, and already I'm at 3.2. But the next step is a tip and trick from Jimmy Ashby. We're going to go to Nether Star generator, because that tier 4 wood farm, which is generating crazy amount of Nether Star, we're going to be able to use that. So I don't want it to go too low, so if I go up by 100, it's lowering but slowly, and we just have to find the right balance. And basically the right balance is when it stops going up and it's in the green. So no, it's still going up, so we're going to lower it by 10, and it's still going up. So 380 seems to be the balance for 1890. I think 360 probably. Let's just let it go down a little bit more and look at this power. Imagine if I had Enderium block in that. It would be around 5, I think. 5,000 kilo RF per tick. So we'll just let it go down a little bit more. And this is way more efficient. So the reason you do the steam turbine, because technically I could have made the big reactor there double the size since I made more block. But it burns through yellorium faster. Whereas, oh, I'm still too high. Whereas doing it this way, this turbine, well, this big reactor producing steam is supposed to be more efficient. I haven't run any long enough to be able to prove how much more or less yellorium it's using, but everything that you read, all the wikis, they all say that it is more efficient. Let's lower it a bit more because I want to be in the green and I want to not have to touch this again. And technically, if it ever runs out of steam and you have to restart it because we were out of yellorium or something like this, having found the right balance means that it will stay there. And I'm pretty sure by my calculation that the balance was 360, but I need to get it perfect. So we're in the green. We want to get it stopped here, so I'll think 365 will stop it. And let's just wait a moment. It should be stabilized. So 365 was the number from my testing. So now we're producing 3.59 kilo RF per tick. So that's double what we're making with this. Well, no, more than double. Let's just go look quickly at this. So this one is producing 1.27 kilo RF per tick. This one, 3.56. So it's more than double. It's not a lot more than double, but it's more than double. Let's look at this. 136 stack. This is amazing. Let's turn it on a little bit. I just want to see how much we actually have. So let's turn it back on and let it consume the dirt. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab half of the speed conduit out of this, like this, and I'm going to put half of them in here just for the time that we're extracting the dirt. And quickly I'm going to grab my key and just lock it. Perfect. I locked it in time, so now I'm good. Let's put all of these back in my in my backpack. And let's continue extracting, and we're up at 9 and 113 times 64. So 100 times 64 means only 6,000. So I'm still not producing it fast enough. And if I go on the other side, I'm pretty sure what my problem is. Yeah, this wood pulp barrel is full. So my problem is really getting more dirt barrel. But like I said, I feel that these oak barrel are what are causing me lag issue. And I'm thinking they're causing lag issue because they're always being filled, or it's the trees. So I might stop the tree farm just to see if that's what's causing the issue. Because with the amount of sawdust that I have here, and if I come here and look at the jungle wood, 717 stack, 674 stack, all of this, I should be good. So in the next episode, we're going to continue our quest for the moon. Well, not for the moon, for another planet. We're going to start looking into crafting a space station. And if you look, space station. So we're going to need a space station assembler. We're going to need to craft a space station ID chip. And we're going to have to actually make a platform to send to space and start working on our space station. So that's what the next episode is going to be about. And in the next episode, not in this one, in the next episode, I'll try to keep it down to 30 minutes from now on, because from now on, it's always going to be a lot of manual chores and a little bit more going toward the moon. So in the next episode, I'm going to start doing time lapse at the end of each episode so that you can watch the first 30 minutes and skip the time lapse if you don't want to. But I'm going to stop the tree farm to see if that's what's causing my lag. Add a lot of dirt barrel. Like if you see this is too high, so I can actually add another layer under it and fill that side completely also. Let me check quickly, and I'm at 16,000 dirt, and this is empty. So since it's empty, I'm just going to turn it off and grab all of the speed upgrade and put the speed upgrade back into this. If I can right click it properly. Perfect, like this. And it's not full, so we didn't crash it while doing this. So guys, that's really all that I wanted to do today. I'm happy that I was able to get everything working, start creating some meat, show you how to make an upgrade for the wood farm, and we'll continue in the next episode with working on the space station. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.